Here's how to prove a mother is unfit in a child custody case.
Warning. Be careful. Trying to prove a mother unfit can be a dangerous tactic. Don't try unless you have solid evidence to support your claims. Judges don't like it when parents attack one another. For fathers, you can appear aggressive, potentially hurting your chances of gaining custody.
To prove your ex is an unfit parent, you need to demonstrate a significant risk of harm to the child or children. State laws vary in how they describe what being unfit means. Ultimately, a judge can deem a parent unfit for almost any genuine reason. For example, let's look at the Oregon laws, which are quite detailed. To paraphrase, the court shall consider but is not limited to the following. A. Conduct toward any child of an abusive, cruel or sexual nature. B. Addictive or habitual use of intoxicating liquors, cannabis or controlled substances that substantially impair parental ability. C. Physical neglect of the child. D. Lack of effort to provide a safe environment. E. Criminal conduct that impairs the parent's ability to provide adequate care for the child. F. A mental health condition that makes the parent incapable of providing proper care.
What's wrong with Mom? She was acting really weird, and now she's asleep in the middle of the day.
Perhaps the most common reason mothers are found to be unfit is substance abuse, which can include alcoholism, use of illegal drugs, and being addicted to prescription medication. Just having one or two incidents in the past is probably not enough to demonstrate unfitness. You may need to prove that her substance abuse problem is recurring, that she keeps relapsing even though she may be clean and sober at different times. Alternatively, you could show that she has a current substance abuse issue. To gain evidence, you can seek court orders for her to do drug tests or enter a substance abuse screening and treatment program. If someone has observed her under the influence of drugs or alcohol with children around, ask them to be a witness. The person can write an affidavit for you detailing exactly what they observed.
When is Mommy getting back? There's no food in the house and I'm really hungry.
Child neglect is another common reason for judges ruling mothers unfit. A neglectful parent may cause a child to be malnourished or dirty, for example, or have an untreated medical problem. A pattern of neglect is often detected by teachers. A child may turn up to school too late or not at all, be dressed improperly, missing their lunch, and may be sleepy in class or show behavioral problems. Teachers can be your best source of evidence of neglect regarding school-aged children. For younger kids, photos are helpful, or observations from any witnesses.
My head still hurts. Why did Mommy hit me again?
Another reason why mothers lose custody rights is child abuse, especially physical or emotional abuse. Judges are obliged to protect children from a high risk of abuse by preventing unsupervised access. A physically abusive mother may do things like hit, squeeze, push or pull her child. Maltreatment can be disguised as punishment for bad behavior, though abuse is characterized by excessive brutality and cruelty or lack of control. Often, physical abuse is connected to a mother's anger management problem or other mental disorder. Photographic and medical evidence helps to prove physical abuse when incidents are not witnessed by other adults. The child may exhibit injuries such as bruises, wounds, burns or even fractures. Emotional abuse, which is also known as psychological abuse, is common and has many forms. They include rejection and failing to give emotional warmth, habitual hostility, and verbal abuse such as teasing, bullying, yelling and criticism. Emotional abuse is more difficult to demonstrate than physical abuse. But the effects may be evident, such as the child wanting to avoid being left alone with their mother, or actually saying that they feel abused. If you suspect child abuse, you should report your concerns to authorities immediately. Proving a mother is abusive in the family court may rely on evidence from Child Protective Services, medical records, child psychological reports, witness accounts, and police reports. I'll discuss more ways to prove a mother is unfit shortly. Before that, let's look at how a mother's lack of fitness can affect child custody decisions. Legal custody of a child, as opposed to physical custody, is concerned with who makes important long-term decisions. A child's legal custodian needs to decide on important matters such as choice of school, medical procedures like getting braces, and religious practices. Judges normally award joint legal custody, meaning both parents are responsible for long-term decisions. Proving a mother is unfit may persuade the judge that, while joint legal custody should still apply, the father has the final say when the parents disagree. In extreme cases, such as if the judge has no faith in the mother's decision-making ability or general fitness, sole legal custody may be awarded to the father. With respect to physical custody, the issue is how much time a child spends with each parent. A mother who is found to be unfit will normally have time with her child restricted. That means the father may be awarded sole physical custody. Usually, the mother will still have visitation rights. But time with the child will be limited to less than 35% of nights. A high-risk mother might be granted supervised visitation only, with visits confined to a safe environment such as a contact center. In some cases, a mother loses all visitation rights and the father is awarded full custody. She may only see her child with the father's permission.
Mom keeps telling me that Dad is too busy with his new girlfriend to see me. But last time I saw Dad, he said he missed me and wanted to see me more. I don't understand.
Parental alienation by the mother is a further reason why dads are awarded sole physical custody. According to Justice MD Action, and I quote, "Parental alienation occurs when one parent convinces the children that the other parent is not trustworthy, lovable, or caring, in short, not a good parent." Such manipulation of the children, with the resulting alienation, carries very high risks. It can seriously distort a child's developing personality and subsequent life adjustment. The sooner it is identified and appropriate interventions are implemented, the better the child's chances of avoiding its worst long-term effects. End quote. To prove a mother is trying to alienate you as the father, document every disparaging remark you hear about. Record the time of each incident and include as much detail as possible. While the mother may deny trashing your reputation, having this evidence can only help your case. Also use a journal to document your attempts to see your child and be a good father. Communicate by email or text message so that you have a record of her efforts to frustrate the father-child relationship. Other things you can do are to take screenshots of any relevant social media posts, request that the court assign an independent children's lawyer, and also ask for reunification counseling. What about mothers who prevent visitation? Well, this can also be considered a form of parental alienation. Especially when visitation orders have been made by the court, including temporary orders, a mother who stops a child seeing their father is at serious risk of losing custody.
My mom is not like other mothers. She never lets me watch TV or play video games. And I'm not allowed to see my friends outside of school. She thinks everything is a danger to me.
Mental illness can also lead to a mother being deemed unfit for parenting. A significant mental impairment is most easily shown if a mother has a history of psychiatric treatment. The best evidence is a clinical diagnosis of her condition, along with recommendations for treatment, such as therapy, or prescriptions for mood stabilizers or antipsychotic medication. If past records are unavailable, most states allow you to file a motion to have your ex undergo psychological evaluation. Proving mental illness is often difficult though. For example, many fathers who find themselves in the family court believe their ex has narcissistic personality disorder. NPD is rarely diagnosed, in part because sufferers believe nothing is wrong with them and therefore seek no treatment. Even when they are assessed, NPD parents can fake their responses to appear normal. Something you should be aware of is that judges have no interest in your opinions about your ex's mental health. That's because you're probably not an expert, and might be lying. Unfortunately, what a father personally believes does not count as evidence. Where mental illness cannot be proven, you may be advantaged by instead focusing on related behaviors. In particular, ask yourself, has the mother displayed a pattern of behavior that shows disregard for child welfare? Further note that mental illness or behavioral issues do not rule out a mother being awarded significant parenting time. The best interest of a child is often served by managing the mother's specific problems, rather than simply pushing her out of her child's life. Even if a mother is mentally imperfect, her child may still benefit from knowing her well. We have now covered the major types of ways that you can prove a mother unfit for child custody. Two notable subjects not covered are sexual abuse and domestic violence against a partner. Most unfitness claims in these areas are against fathers rather than mothers. You may want to look elsewhere for detailed information. If you need to create a custody schedule or parenting plan, the best technology for doing this is available at timtab.com.